Y'all, Anna Kendrick has literally ended Blake Lively in this new movie in such a way that people are wondering just how many more L's Blake can take before she finally decides to just sit down and accept her fate. This is so bad because, as you'll already know, she's already drowning in the infamous legal drama with Justin Baldoni. Like, this is the last thing that Blake needed, but her mean girl energy is finally catching up to her and she is not handling it well. It's career ending, you guys. But hold up, because that's not the only chaos we need to talk about. Ariana Grande's wannabe lookalike, Paige Niemann, has officially lost it completely, because getting cosmetic procedures just to keep looking like Ari is something none of us had on our 2025 bingo cards. Like, does she even know who she is anymore? And as if that wasn't wild enough, Bhad Bhabie got caught on camera hitting her own mother, and her excuse is straight up unhinged. That's a lot to get into, so grab your popcorn and let's jump right in. To really get why things are so messy between these two, we've got to rewind real quick. Trust me, it all starts to make sense when you see the full picture. You'd think after starring together in A Simple Favor, they'd be besties, or at the very least cordial, right? Well, not so much. Word on the street is that Anna and Blake had beef from the jump, and believe it or not, it might all go back to some shade that Anna threw at Blake's BFF, Taylor Swift, years ago. Back in 2016, Anna did an interview where she joked about how she could never be like Taylor, calling her the perfect Miss America type, while Anna herself preferred a more cynical, sarcastic vibe. It was a harmless comment, but Blake did not find it cute. Fast forward to filming A Simple Favor, and things got pretty awkward between the two. Press tours, promo shoots, behind the scene moments, all of it felt tense. Picture the mayhem and visible bad blood that was obvious between Blake and Justin during It Ends With Us press tour. Yep, it was the same situation in 2016 in all the press tours they attended. Now, here's where it gets even wilder. Despite all of the drama, the studio decided to go ahead with A Simple Favor 2, and fans were shook because these two hadn't even been in the same room for years. According to sources, Anna was hesitant about returning as she just couldn't stand Blake Lively's unliveliness, but the director, Paul Feig, was determined to make it work. As you might have already guessed, the tension on set was so thick you could cut it with a blunt knife. It flared up, guys, and the production reportedly became so toxic that they had to keep Blake and Anna apart just to avoid any blow-ups. And for the longest time, pretty much everyone was convinced that a sequel might never see the light of day. See, insiders have been whispering for years that Blake is impossible to work with, but Anna Kendrick is one of the unfortunate ones to experience it firsthand. Despite all of that drama, Anna absolutely ate Blake up in this film. Early test screenings also show that Anna carried the movie, while Blake, well, let's just say that the audience wasn't exactly feeling her vibe. Word is that Blake was so livid when the report came out, so much so that she was refusing to promote the film's sequel. She was sabotaging her own project just because Anna was shining brighter than her. Imagine fumbling a whole bag just because you're mad somebody else is the main character. Yikes. It's said that we only have A Simple Favor sequel because Amazon had spent major coin to buy this movie and had to do whatever it took to make profits. They reportedly even had to shelve and only resumed the project because early test screenings got enthusiastic reviews. Fans were hyped to see Blake and Anna back in action, not knowing that things were thick on set and their off-screen drama almost tanked the whole thing. And listen, both Blake and Anna Kendrick have never addressed the drama directly, but we all saw those passive-aggressive interviews. The energy was off. Anyways, here's the gag, and probably an obvious one by now. This isn't the only fallout Blake is dealing with. Rumors are flying that she was iced out of the Golden Globes earlier this year, with insiders saying that she straight up wasn't welcome. And even more fresh in our minds is the just concluded 2025 Super Bowl, where Blake's absence was very much noticeable. Such a time last year, she was out there posing up with Taylor Swift and Ice Spice. Also, even though Amazon managed to get her through A Simple Favor 2, it's looking like Blake might be burning some serious Hollywood bridges. And y'all already know what that means. The industry is slowly but surely starting to distance itself from her, and honestly, it's about time. At this rate, sooner or later, her only legacy might be as Ryan Reynolds' wife, Taylor Swift's ex-Mean Girl best friend, and the first ever human to ever befriend human-looking dragons. Anyway, enough about Blake's downfall. Let's move on to someone else who just refuses to find their own identity. Y'all, Paige Niemann is out here making wild choices once again. And it's actually scary. Believe it or not, loves, Paige Niemann literally keeps getting cosmetic surgeries to look like Ariana Grande. No, seriously. Of course, we had long established that hers wasn't just a case of being a fan inspired by their favorite celeb, but a full-blown, years-long obsession. But right now, this obsession has gone way past anything normal. Even the fact that she is still out here almost 7 years later pushing this insane act is beyond disturbing. Just last week, Paige attended a red carpet premiere, and when the pictures hit the internet, people absolutely lost it. Because if you had a quick glance at the corner of your eye, you'd think that you'd seen Ariana Grande, until you do a double take and realize, no, it's Paige. And the way that people are reacting says it all. They have had enough. Getting cosmetic surgery to look like a celebrity you're obsessed with is not fandom. That is something much darker. Back in November, Paige was actually banned from Instagram and TikTok, and people thought, finally, maybe this nightmare is over, and that this would have been the reality check that she needed to be herself, but no. Unfortunately, she got her accounts back and went right back to the same thing as if nothing ever happened. One thing about Paige Niemann, she is tone deaf to read the room. People keep reporting her for impersonation, and even Ariana herself has expressed that she is not here for this nonsense. But does Paige care? Not even a little. She is still posting, still dressing up, still talking in that fake Ariana voice, and now she's popping up at events trying to pass herself off as some kind of legit celebrity. And let's talk about this for a second, because this is the part that is really making people side-eye her even harder. Back in the day when she first started doing this whole impersonation thing, she actually naturally resembled Ariana to an extent. You know, one of those cases where someone kind of sort of looks like a celeb in the right lighting and the camera angle. But instead of leaving it at that, she took it way too far. She literally altered her entire face to fit this fake persona, and interestingly, people are now saying she doesn't even look like Ari anymore. You see, what this poor girl doesn't realize is that Ariana has moved on. Her style has changed, her makeup is different, but Paige is still stuck in this weird 2016 fantasy, refusing to let go. And let's not even get started on the OnlyFans situation, because that took this whole thing to a new level that is just gross. This entire thing feels off. Like, how much do you have to hate yourself to the point of consistently wanting to be someone else so bad? Loves, it is beyond comprehension. At this point, no one is even amused anymore. They're concerned. And that's why a lot of them now believe Paige must be having some sort of personality disorder for her to commit a full-blown obsessive identity erasure. She's not trying to be herself in any way. She has literally built her entire existence around pretending to be someone else. And no matter how many times the internet calls her out, no matter how many bans or warnings she gets, she just keeps going. Doesn't she miss herself? This red carpet stunt was the final straw for a lot of people, because now it's not just an online act, it's creeping into real life in a way that is unsettling as hell. And it's not the first time that Paige is out here taking up space at actual industry events, all while playing the weird Ariana role. Remember that time that she almost dislocated her ankle and ate the floor on that runway? She just doesn't learn. And what makes it even worse is that she's brushing off all the backlash. She posted her red carpet pics like nothing happened, literally proud of herself for her first ever red carpet and thanking people for making this possible. Like, girl, what? Who is making this possible, and why are they enabling this? Paige, at this point, really needs to take a step back and really evaluate what she's doing, because this is not giving what she thinks it is. And the internet has had it.
I've had it. And I'm so,
you know what I've had?
It.
I mean, clearly at this point, Paige is no longer just a TikTok girl playing dress up. She's now an Ariana stunt double. Something not being talked about is how often she can be a dedicated and focused person, because guys, building your whole career off of someone else's face and voice is no mean feat. All she had to do is channel this dedication elsewhere. Not only that, there's a whole other layer to this circus, because the moment when Paige was starting to get actual money from it, brand deals, sponsorships, event invites, we should have known that she was never letting this die down, because there is no way she was ever gonna fumble the bag. Fans are currently begging for Ariana to address this again and even sue her, because Paige Niemann is never going to stop this. We once thought that the whole OnlyFans situation was the worst. It was one thing to cosplay as Ariana in TikToks, but making content on a platform like that while putting in the effort to look just like Ariana, it should have been a wrap. Like, even people who didn't care found that super creepy, but we know that Paige is literally capable of anything. I don't know, can't Ariana sue for identity theft or something? Because Paige is now trying to match every single one of Ariana's eras. Like, right now, she's knee-deep in the Wicked era. This has gone way too far. And speaking of things that have gone way too far, Bhad Bhabie just took things to a place nobody expected, and y'all, it's bad. While people were arguing over Ariana's lookalike, Bhad Bhabie was throwing real hands at her own mother, guys. Like, in what world does that ever happen? But do you know what's even crazier? She is the one who posted the video of her straight up fighting her own mother. Like, it's a random thing that happens every other Tuesday afternoon. It's one of those situations where if there was no evidence, you would be convinced that people are just making this up. Like, we already knew she had a history of wild behavior, but this? It can never go lower than this. So this video shows them going at it, like they were kind of having an argument, and before you know it, hands were being thrown and then a whole brawl. And since Bhad Bhabie would rather swallow all her teeth than keep her matters private, she hopped online to let us in on what actually happened. She kinda low-key thought that anyone would take her side. Well, the reason is, allegedly her mom made a nasty comment about one of Bhabie's late friends, and she just couldn't take the disrespect. As y'all know by now, Bhad Bhabie has always had a rocky relationship with her mom. The whole world saw it go down on Dr. Phil when she popped off with that catch me outside moment.
Catch me outside, how about that?
Huh?
Catch me outside, how about that?
Catch you outside? What does that mean?
What I just said.
That was 3 years ago, but it seems like nothing has changed, and if anything, it's gotten worse. But what's really making people sick is the fact that she actually posted this. Like, fighting your own mother is one thing, and it's already crazy, but to record it and post it online, guys? Online addiction is a real disorder, and it's next level disturbing. Some people are saying this was her way of proving that she was justified in hitting her mom. Others think she was just looking for attention or sympathy. Either way, it's just messy. And let's talk about this so-called reason behind the fight. If her mom really said something racist about Bhabie's friend, then yeah, that's disgusting. But does that justify getting violent? Because now, instead of the internet dragging her mom, people are dragging Bhabie for acting completely unhinged. Would you believe that fans are divided over this? A case so open and shut, and yet there's always a group of people finding it justifiable. Some are backing Bhabie up, saying she was just defending her friend or that her mom had it coming, but others are like, this is just embarrassing. Even people who don't rock with her like that are saying that this crossed a serious line. And let's not forget, this is the same girl who constantly complains about people treating her like a joke. She wants to be taken seriously, she wants respect, but then she does something like this? Respect is earned. Plus, there's a whole pattern with her. It's always one controversy after another. She's either beefing with someone, getting exposed, or making headlines for all the wrong reasons. Wasn't it just the other week that she was beefing with Alabama Barker and even dragged Soulja Boy and Tyga into what the three said was pure lies? That's when she and Alabama got with Soulja Boy and got pregnant, while at the same time also seeing Tyga on the side. She's not even off the hook, as Soulja Boy had threatened to sue her and collect her remaining OF money. All she did was censor Soulja Boy and Tyga's names from Overcooked, which is a diss to Alabama. And now she's going WWE on her mother. And it's not like she'll face any form of consequences. This is probably gonna get swept under the rug like everything else that she does. She's built a whole brand off of being reckless, and at this point, people have had it with her. Just like Paige Niemann, these clout chasers will only go under if we stop giving them the attention they so much crave for. But for some reason, they always just insert themselves in conversations. But for the rest of us with common sense, this whole situation is just straight up gross. And that's that on that. Whew, y'all, today was a lot. Blake's career might be hanging by a thread. Paige Niemann is forcing issues and Bhad Bhabie is a lost course. I need to know what y'all think about this. Drop your thoughts down in the comments. And listen, if you thought this was messy, wait till you hear about Bhad Bhabie's never-ending drama and how Alabama is about to end her completely. Like, y'all, this could change everything and you do not want to miss it. Click on this video right now and get into it.